So a lot of questions around the topic of how much does it actually cost to become an affiliate marketer. Like we've covered in some other videos, you can get started for free, but it's usually just a stopgap until you actually get some cash flow coming in. And then you want to invest in some tools to make your life a lot easier and so you can scale up bigger. So let's dive into the actual monthly cost you'll need to kind of get up and rolling at scale. So there's honestly not that many things that are hard costs, but what they are very important for online marketers to use. The main thing is going to be some sort of domain name, right, or web page you can host on. You could do something like that through a page builder, which we'll get into in a second, but sometimes it can be very beneficial to have your own domain to host the page builder on, so you don't have to use like a .clickfunnels domain or something like that. You can use your own domain name. The hosting, the cost for that is pretty minimal. Usually you can get a domain for $9 to $12, and that's renewed every year. So right, a pretty low monthly cost to actually get a domain up and running, assuming you can get something that's somewhat related to the niche you want to promote in. The next part of that is obviously the hosting for that too, right? Again, you can bundle both hosting and domain into like a page builder kind of thing, but if you have it on your own, you'll be a lot more flexible. Hosting will run you anywhere, from $3 a month to hundreds of dollars a month, depending on the speed and quality and kind of the bandwidth you pay for. To get rolling, you probably just need a basic, $5 to $12 a month package from some of the common hosting platforms out there. Again, though, as you scale, this is one of the first things you'll need to double down and invest in as you get more traffic rolling, because you don't want your pages loading slow, and you really want it to be stable. So the hosting packages are important and something that will scale as you grow with cost. The next part that we've alluded to, right, is the page builders, right? ClickFunnels is a common one in our industry that people know and love, but there's a lot of options out there. The reason why you want to use something like this is because a lot of times, even if you're driving traffic directly to an order form, or directly to a offers sales page, you often want to pass them through a warm-up page, right? To kind of warm up the traffic, get them prepped for what they're going to see, and then kind of help your conversions boost that way. Maybe you're driving to a lead capture form that you want to control, so you're actually collecting email addresses or something like that. Most scaled affiliates I see are using some sort of page builder themselves, even if they're not driving direct to the sales page. So these can run anywhere, from $50 a month to $300 a month or more. You probably don't need to spend an enormous fee on this, right? Get the bare bones package that gets you rolling quickly, but you will have a steady cost with that month over month as you kind of get traffic rolling in, because you do want to have a lot of control over what you're doing. And the next part that is needed, right, is money for traffic. You can get free traffic. We've covered those in some previous videos too. But the name of the game right now is really, if you want to get off and rolling and be able to target and kind of really control the traffic you're getting, you have to pay for it. And the budget you have here is going to determine the speed of your success. The more budget you have, the faster you can test, the more things you can test. So there's really no limit to the budget you need to get started. I would recommend minimum of a couple $100 a month to really have a good crack at seeing results. Anything less than that is fine, right? You can get up and running. You're just going to take your time frame for seeing data come in is just going to be a lot longer, right? If you can only spend a couple bucks a day to get some traffic pointing at whatever lanyard you've got or whatever offer you're pointing to, you're not going to get that much traffic, and it's just going to take a long time to start to accumulate enough data to actually tell what's going on, if it's working or not. The more you can spend, the faster you see if your angle and hooks and offers are lined up correctly, and the faster you can pivot and split test. So really the money here is more just a matter of how fast you want to see data and how much can you afford to spend on traffic. And that's about it, right? That's the bare bones cost you need to get rolling. This should probably run you anywhere from $200 to $500, right, in your first month to get up and rolling, assuming you're paying for all these things at the gate. And a big bulk of that's the traffic. You could without traffic, you could probably spend, $150 to $250 with the page builder and hosting and a website. Even less in some cases if you really want to find the cheaper solutions and all the trials and stuff. But the traffic is the key part here to actually get up and rolling faster. Now, there's a lot of optional tools you can use too to stack on as you get more successful, or if you kind of want to really arm yourself to the teeth, so to say. These would be things like spy tools, where you can kind of get an idea of what other affiliates are doing in the space, what other media buyers are promoting. This helps you get an inside look at what campaigns might be working for you to get inspired from. Right, don't just rip off people, but you can get an idea of what's working, kind of improve your copy, improve your angles, and all that kind of stuff. It can be worth paying for stock video and photos, right? You can get free stock video and photos. They just look like stock video and photos, and customers right, they can tell that. So if you pay, anywhere from 25 to 50 bucks a month for some access to higher quality stock images or video snippets, it can really elevate the creatives you're using, and it might be worth it for you if you're not like a creative type like myself who doesn't really know how to mess with that kind of stuff and just wants it to be simple. And then another one might be third-party trackers, right? These are things, right? You typically, whatever ad source you're buying from will give you tracking. But if you're trying, different ad campaigns across different ad tracking platforms, having it consolidated into something like Volume or Cake or some of the other third-party trackers out there can help. And there's a lot more features they unlock too. These aren't cheap, right? Anywhere from $60 to $250 or more. They do scale the cost up as more traffic comes in, right? Kind of similar to hosting, so that cost will grow, but we're assuming your earnings are growing too, so you can afford to pay more. And that's another optional expense, right? If you really need to optimize kind of how you're tracking, where you're seeing data coming in from. So that's it. There's 6 things there, right? The bare bones is the hosting, the web page, funnel builders or web page builders, and traffic. That's like what you need to get going if you're serious about it. The other optional things are the spy tools, stock image and photos if you want to use those, and then third-party tracking solutions. With that, you should be off to the races as well. Again, you're in the $300 to $500 range a month to get started rolling in your first month. And yeah, happy scaling. Let us know what questions you have below or what solutions you're working if you found cheaper options or more expensive options that are worth it. We'd love to hear in the comments below. Cheers.